Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Firstly, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has been showing me love and support since posting my first video, and it's just been really nice and the support has been crazy. I was obviously very nervous posting my first video. I know it was just a welcome introduction thing, but it's still nerve-wracking posting your first video, and just having the support and just people messaging me and saying well done, congrats, and people I've not even spoken to in a long time have even messaged me to say congratulations. And it's just nice to know that you've got people out there that are supporting you and they're rooting for you and want you to do well, so thank you. Today I'm going to be talking about something that's very personal. Of course, I said I was going to talk about personal things, but this is something that's personal to a lot of us, and I'm talking specifically about the Black Lives Matter movement. Obviously we know what's been going on in the media for the last, I'm sure it's coming up to a month now. If not, it's already been a month since this has happened. The murder of George Floyd, that really shook the world. It wasn't something that just caused an uproar in America, but all over the world people have been speaking up and trying to stand up for what's right and just fighting back, which is something that it's crazy because black people have been fighting back for years. It's not even something that's just happening now, and I think that's what's so scary and so disturbing, because this isn't just a fight that started now. This has been going on for years and years, and in 2020 we're still having to fight for the same justice and the same treatment, or just some respect. It just comes down to respect. And I remember when the whole video was circulating, and just okay, it's actually going to be really hard for me to talk about this because firstly, I don't normally talk about sensitive topics. Anything in relation to race, religion, politics, I'm not there. I just completely shut off and go even more quiet than I normally am. And I just get really anxious and thinking, oh, someone's going to ask me for my opinion, or am I supposed to say something? Like, it's, yeah, I've always struggled with that. And since the death of George Floyd came out, I remember thinking, there was something really painful about this one. All of them have been painful. All those deaths that have happened to black men and innocent black women as well, they're very painful to take in. But this one, it really shook me because it's the first time I felt like I needed to speak up and I needed to say something. I never actually watched the video. I felt very, like I said, again, as much as I don't normally talk about the sensitive things, especially race. I never watched the video of George Floyd. I couldn't bring myself to watch it, and it wasn't even just that one. I don't ever watch the videos of people being murdered. Like, I can't do it. It's too painful to watch, because it's not like watching a film where just anyone is being killed. This is real life, and even if you watched it in a film, you'd still feel some type of way because it happens in real life. That's the sad thing, and I've just never felt comfortable watching those videos. I obviously saw the image, and there was obviously there was a lot of things going around on social media, on Instagram especially. There was so many people reposting and sharing, and people trying to educate themselves, which I think was really, really good. I think that's the power of social media. And something that makes me very grateful to be in this generation is that we live in a world of social media where things are being spoken about, and it's everywhere for people to see it. You can't hide from it anymore. It's there. Obviously, unless you choose to come off social media, fair enough, but you're still going to hear about it in the news. The point of the fact is, you know that this is all very much still alive. It's not over. This is still a fight that is going on. And I got really emotional. I think it was like within the first week. I can't remember, but one night I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw somebody had drew a picture of George Floyd and this police officer with his knee on his neck. And I remember looking at that picture so I was just really looking at it to the point where I was analysing everything that was happening. The expressions in George's face, the expression on the officer's face, the knee on the neck, like I really took it in and I just broke down. I was in tears, like hysterically crying, and I remember feeling this overwhelming amount of anger and hurt and upset, and I was so pissed off. And I just felt so confused, like why is this still happening? And I was at home by myself, my mum was at work, and I was just in tears, like why is this still happening? This isn't fair, this isn't right. Literally talking to myself, crying hysterically, trying to understand how this has even happened. And I couldn't understand it. And I called my mum and I was like, Mum, I can't, I'm so fed up. I'm so fed up. And there were certain comments I was seeing as well that were just so ignorant, and people just not understanding what the issue is here and trying to make it about something else. And I just felt so frustrated, like, and I had to come off social media. I deleted my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook. I kept my WhatsApp, but other things where I knew I was going to constantly see the same thing, I had to delete it. And it was only for like 4 days. I wasn't off for a long time. I just deleted it. I just needed to take a step back for a while. Even the news, I wasn't watching the news. I needed to take a step back from what I was seeing because it was too much. And that's not because it was getting too much and I was feeling really emotional, but I also wanted to take the time out to reflect. I wasn't emotional because it's the first time I've seen this. No, it's the first time I've allowed myself to really process it and take it in and acknowledge just how much of a big issue this is. And that was the danger in me suppressing it all those years and thinking that I can't talk about this and I can't get myself involved, I'm too sensitive. I think that's where I kind of messed things up for myself. Instead of me trying to learn about it and educate myself and really take it in, I shied away from it. And that's why when this came around with George Floyd, it hit me so hard because it was like, I can't even put it into words. It was hard to take it in, but I needed to process everything. And it forced me to think about, what am I doing? What am I doing to try and fix the problem? It's one thing to share stuff on Instagram, share stuff on Facebook, or whatever social media platform. It's one thing to sign all these petitions and donate, but what else can you do? And I really wanted to sit there, I really wanted to spend that time to focus on figure out what it is that I could do. And to be honest, I feel like that whole situation is what kickstarted me, that really pushed me to want to start my YouTube channel, because I felt like, okay, yes, I can do all these things in sharing and donating and signing petitions, which is great, and I think people still should be doing that. But at the same time, I have a voice, and it's now time to use that. And that's why I really want to talk about things that are personal and talk about things that others might not be comfortable speaking about. We all know mental health is something that is only really being talked about so much recently. It wasn't always something that people could feel comfortable sharing, especially from my background. I'm Zimbabwean, and in our culture that's not mental health isn't something that is taken very seriously till this day. So I want to share, that's why I want to share things that people might be able to relate to. People might be able to feel like, I'm not alone in this. I have somebody to turn to. If this person can get through it, why can't I? That's my thinking behind it. And it's all, I guess what I'm trying to say is, I feel like my part in all of this is to speak up and just share my voice and share my stories and encourage young people and generations that are to come that this is how you get through things. This is how you conquer stuff. As a black woman, this is how you deal with it. Yeah, I just really want to share that and educate people as well. That's the biggest thing here. I think a lot of people need to realize that you can't continue to be ignorant. If you can't take the time out, or if you've not taken the time out to do your research and to learn and educate yourself during this time, then I don't know for you. I actually don't know. But what I do know is you're part of the problem, because you're choosing to ignore what's going on in the world around you. You're choosing to say, I'm going to bring children into this world one day who are going to continue to be part of the problem. It starts from you. And let me tell you, I've even learned a lot. There's so much that I have learned these last few weeks about my own history as a black person, and what we've done and the struggles we've been through, and the stories that they don't tell you. There is so much, and I want to leave as much information as I can in the description to just help educate other people who might feel like, actually, I'm still not aware about this, or I'm still not aware about that. And yeah, it's hard. And the crazy thing is, it's not even just George Floyd who has been murdered. I guess my main thing, I just wanted to get on here and just share my opinion. As you can tell, I've probably sounded really like sensitive and a bit shaky in talking about this. It's because I still am, and I'm still trying to get used to even speaking up about this stuff. For people who know me well, they will know Shamilla does not get into those really difficult conversations, or she's always the quiet one who doesn't really say anything or have an opinion. And it's not that I don't have an opinion, I do. It's just building up the courage to actually talk and say it. And I love that I now have this platform for me to do that, because best believe I will be doing that. I will be talking. So yeah, I know there's a lot more that I can say about this topic. There is so much more I can say about it, but the main thing I wanted to do was to get on here and just share my opinion, let you know where I'm at with the whole situation, which is still learning and still trying to educate myself and still trying to do what I can to make this world a better place. And make you aware that Black lives still matter. This isn't over, and it's not going to be over. People's feeds might be going back to normal. My social media is going back to normal. My Instagram feed is going back to normal. My Twitter is going back to normal. But I will still be letting people know Black Lives Matter, because they do. And yeah, there's just a lot I can say about this. And another video that I'm going to do will be talking about my own personal story and what my struggles have been as a black woman growing up in the UK, what challenges I've faced, what racism I've faced. And it's going to be a story that's more of a testimony, to be honest, because if it wasn't for certain situations and certain people, I don't know where I'd be today. And I just want to I just want to be able to share just how much the people around me have helped me to be the person that I am today, and how much growth I've had. Yeah, so I'll be filming that soon. It might be a bit of a lengthy one, to be honest, just like this one is. We're already getting up to 20 minutes, but to be fair, it's unedited. I'm going to edit it a bit, so it might actually be a bit shorter than that. But yeah, I don't want people to click on this video thinking I'm gonna necessarily learn something new about the Black Lives Matter movement. I can't sit here and tell you absolutely everything, because there's a lot. All I can do is encourage you to do your research and learn. If you're not upset, if you're not hurt, if you're not confused or trying to make sense of everything that's going on right now, there's something seriously wrong with you. I'm sorry, but there is. You can't go on thinking that the world is okay and things are fine. Things are not fine. We need to sort things out. We need to change things. And I'm not gonna lie, it's situations like this that just make me feel like I can never bring kids into this world. Like I can never have kids and have them grow up in a world where it's just still so, oh my god, that scared the life out of me. Holy hell. where it's still so just messed up, just wrong. How can we still be fighting after all these years? It's crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna end this video here. She got 30 minutes left of my lunch break. The way time just goes so quickly. Yeah, I'm on my lunch break at the moment. This is the reality of the situation now. I'm having to film videos on my lunch break. But I'm working from home, so it's cool. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you will like the video, subscribe. I'm aiming to do 1 video a week, so yeah, keep a lookout for that. And I will be adding, I forgot to mention, oh my gosh, I forgot to mention in my the other video that I also will be doing some vlogs. I want to start vlogging, but bear with me because I've got to get used to walking around with this camera and talking to myself. I think it's kind of okay now because a lot of people are doing it, so it's slowly becoming the norm. So I'm hoping people that not everybody looks at me like, what the hell is she doing, and just kind of lets me do my own thing. But yeah, I will be doing some vlogs. Subscribe and press the little bell button thing so you get reminders. I'm still not used to this, but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.